Hello, Journey friends. Welcome back to this week's Along the Journey, where it all began 30 weeks ago here at the trailhead, which was symbolic of our start to the journey together. And now, as we wrap up this green year, is where we will send each other out for a season for which we don't meet regularly on a weekly basis, but a season that we are truly living life on mission, where we are now sent with the applications of truth and equipping and accountability and mission and supplication, where we are living life on mission in this next season in a way that we are always prepared to give an answer to those who ask us the reason for our hope. And in speaking of hope, I am hopeful, truly, that each of us have grown in this past year, recalling that the objective of Journey is never knowledge or the accumulation or the mastery of the curriculum, but it's spiritual maturity, living life more missionally each day. And one of the ways we can check that is if you go back to the first of the year, there was a page with a few questions that asked you, what were your expectations? What were your needs and hopes for the coming year? And now think about that. In what ways did God answer those and supply those? In what ways is He still working through you in those ways? And the question then becomes, and much the purpose of this final Along the Journey, what next? What do we do? Well, for those of you who have completed your third year, congratulations. I am prayerful that it has been quite a journey and that you have seen your spiritual maturity increase significantly. And now be prayerful, be intentional, be alert for those who are seeking the same, for whom you or maybe you and one other in your group going out in twos would be willing, would be available to offer leadership to a group beginning in the fall for a new 3-year journey. Looking for those who are faithful, available, interdependent, teachable, and most importantly, are hungry in their faith for greater maturity. For those of you, the rest of the groups, and anyone who will be new to Journey in the fall of 21, we will be working through the blue year in 21-22. And I'm excited about the blue year. The blue year, in addition to glory, grace, and truth, we're going to be looking at the attributes of God in terms of a knowledge of God. We're going to be looking at the importance of the church and the local body in terms of grace commitments. We're going to be looking at love and respect in terms of marriage. We're going to be looking at the home as a place, as a school, as a mission, as a church, as a hospital, in God-honoring parenting. We're going to be looking at creation, evolution, the sanctity of life, and a biblical worldview. So just wonderful, wonderful material for us to have a biblical centered perspective and knowledge in order that we may be more missional. And that'll be coming up in the blue year. Of course, we'll have a journey orientation in August, and I would encourage each of you to invite someone who's interested or that you think might be interested, who's hungry, to join us in that orientation or to share any of the materials that are already available online to learn more about Journey. Well, it has been an incredibly fulfilling year for me personally to join alongside each of you. Whether you've been in a group, whether you are a friend or family member here at River Oaks, or whether a fellow sojourner of the kingdom who's joined in with us each week for one of these episodes. I do pray that you have been encouraged, that you have been stirred by God's word, and that His word and He Himself would now be a lamp to our feet and be a light to our path, wherever that path may take us. Over and around, that we would be obedient to follow, and that we would be missional. And until we meet again, blessings, friends, along your journey.